very glad to see all of you here today. Thank you for taking the time to join us. Today, we will be talking about the latest news from the United States Trump administration, lower drug prices, and Medicare reforms. The U.S. government announced that prices for 15 high-cost Medicare drugs, including medications for diabetes, asthma, cancer, and others, will be reduced starting in 2027, saving an estimated $8.5 billion. Annual out-of-pocket costs for Medicare patients will be capped at $2,000. The goal is to make prescription drugs and medical care more affordable for millions of Americans. Diplomacy and climate policy. John Kerry's statements. Former U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry urged Australia, the host of COP31 in 2026, to gather the world's largest fossil fuel-producing nations to develop a joint plan to phase out emissions. He emphasized that even countries like Saudi Arabia and Russia must be involved for meaningful global climate progress. This highlights the U.S. effort to reassert its influence in global climate diplomacy. Ukraine conflict and U.S. political tensions. Americans assisting Ukraine say the new U.S. peace proposal aligns too closely with Moscow's interests and undermines Ukraine's sovereignty. Inside the U.S., political tensions grew after Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth ordered an investigation into Senator Mark Kelly over a video allegedly urging military personnel to ignore illegal orders. The situation illustrates both domestic political rifts and foreign policy disagreements. Economy and society, vibe session, and public anxiety. Economist Paul Krugman rated the current U.S. economic climate 5 out of 10, citing inflation, housing costs, and uncertainty as main issues. Rising housing prices and slower income growth are causing a nationwide sense of vibe depression. These conditions have sparked discussions among experts about economic instability and social frustration. U.S. extends tariff exemptions on Chinese goods. The United States extended tariff exclusions for certain Chinese imports tied to a technology transfer investigation. The move aims to stabilize supply chains and avoid sudden cost increases for American businesses. Analysts say this extension may help reduce tensions in U.S.-China trade relations. Trump criticizes New York Times reporter. Former President Donald Trump harshly criticized a female New York Times journalist on social media, calling her ugly inside and out. The attack sparked backlash from media organizations and women's rights groups. Critics say the incident continues Trump's long history of confrontations with journalists. Ukraine peace deal complications. A post by Trump on Truth Social surprised Ukrainian officials involved in negotiations for a Mar-a-Lago peace deal. The message reportedly undermined the confidence of Zelensky's close aides. Ukrainian analysts say this may slow down or even jeopardize diplomatic progress. Administration increases pressure on Senator Mark Kelly. The Trump administration intensified its criticism of Senator Mark Kelly following accusations of unlawful comments related to military orders. Republican officials describe the investigation as necessary, while Democrats call it political retaliation. The issue is expected to remain highly controversial in Washington.